Budget Rubik's just not, they're not these like guaranteed heroes. It's like, oh, if we land a hook, awesome. However, you miss the hook, your whole time is wasted. Yes. They're just weak. They are just very weak, and they can get abused in that. Inside the laning phase, very hard. So I do agree with what Will said. Let's get some stronger lanes, Cole. Let's see what we can do.
Well, two heroes that normally make your lanes a little bit stronger, or at least scarier. Chen and Enchantress already removed. LGD, they do not waste any time. They do exactly what they were wanting to ban.
Did they ban the Night? They didn't ban the Night Stalker last time.
Last game, Night Stalker was in the pool the whole time.
Yep. And they banned
Bounty Hunter, Bane Naga for complexity, and Chen Enchantress Tiny for.
Tiny was another one.
Tiny is there this
time. So LGD wants the Tiny. So
sure,
yeah,
I guess they're
going to be forced to ban that Tiny out here.
They ban it? No, they're the outside.
So LGD's going to take Tiny.
Yep, there it is.
So Cole, they should have something planned for this if they banned the ET.
Yeah, they knew that Tiny was going to be coming.
LGD's probably going to take a second pick Witch Doctor, right? So Cole should probably expect that.
I'd like to see Cole just pick up the Disruptor. It's been winning a lot of games.
Yeah.
It's such a strong support at the moment. Just take it. It's not too hard to execute. Well, I guess it's one of the trickiest supports, but Cole can do it. They can manage. Just grab the Disruptor.
Either the Disruptor or Rubik here.
Disruptor, Rubik, or Bane. Still the sort of the three strong ones that would not blame a team for just grabbing in the first.
Disruptor, Rubik, Bane, and Senking for me. So, okay, they actually steal the Witch Doctor from LGD.
Okay.
They're like, X-Nova, play something new.
Yeah. We've seen Z-Freak playing Witch Doctor earlier today. And we've also seen Kyle play StarLadder. Was that the same game?
I think so.
Okay.
Kyle does like to play that hero.
Yeah.
Good versus Tiny because of that limited armor.
I mean, this is already infinitely better than Rubik
Way better.
Pudge. This is so much better than Rubik Pudge.
Much stronger lanes. LGD, do they just grab Bane here? I think the game when they had Bane, they lost, right? When X-Nova was playing it on LGD?
I think they might have. Bane has been very unsuccessful regardless the whole tournament. But yeah, earlier today, complexity had the Witch Doctor and the StarLadder. They also went for the Tide, the Sven, the Death Prophet, so they went a little bit push.
So they take the Bane anyway. Yeah.
They take the Bane anyway.
Those are that's a scary opener, right? Tiny Bane, these are two heroes that, even though Bane, as we said, has not had incredible success, these are two heroes that are highly regarded amongst all the pro players at the moment.
Yeah. I gotta say that the game that they lost where X-Nova played Bane, that was the game they lost against Liquid, where Liquid had that lone druid that was pit pushing the whole time. So I'm not really sure if I can point at that Bane and say he was the problem. Oh, that was well, he was trying to defend against Mega Creep by himself.
He was trying to defend against Megas. That was fun.
If complexity can force that out, you know, they're in a good spot.
We go. So what we got? Complexity banning out the maybe SF.
They're talking maybe now. Like you were
I think you just ban the mid laners.
No.
Yeah.
They're the scary ones, I feel, if you're going up against LGD, because Mr. Somnus M has been playing very well recently.
As he tends to.
I'd say recently. He's
recently,
always
the whole time.
Good old maybe, honestly.
Yeah.
Bit of a legend, really.
Yeah, he really is.
So just ban his hero. Armane's great as well.
I think isn't it from an anime?
Somnus is from an anime?
Almost certainly is. If they put these guys changing their names to Somnus M, it's probably some superhero and some anime thing.
I'm totally guessing. I think it's from an anime.
Probably some basketball playing. That's the one I'm all about. You know, all the kids are on about some basketball anime. That's the one that Liquid
Kuroko no Basket?
There you go. Yeah, it's probably some lab from
I don't know. I watch some anime, not a whole. I don't know what Somnus is from, but I think it's anime.
Right.
Maybe it's the name of the basketball. I don't know.
Well, speaking of Somnus, we also have the Queen of Pain from him.
Yeah, there we go. This is good. They're banning out maybe, so just ban maybe.
Yeah.
This is the guy that's going to screw you.
Pool?
Yes. They take out Death Prophet, one of Limp's better heroes, as well as the combination with StarLadder. Corrosive Haze plus DP is pretty potent. So they don't want Cole to have any of those like Roche or objective takers.
What do we want to get now? We want to get... I wouldn't be too fussed if they play the Lone Druid again, to be honest. I really wouldn't.
Careful, Owen. We almost just lost Owen, guys.
Almost fell off his chair.
Just give us the Lone Druid again.
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't want it.
Don't like the Lone Druid again?
No, I want something that can fight with the team earlier.
Same. I want something that they can group up with faster.
Yeah.
That takes too long. 15 to 20 minutes for that Radiance, I think it's too long versus LGD.
Yeah, I agree. So what are the heroes would you be thinking? Is it like, would it be Gyro, Sven type of things?
Yeah, I guess the Gyro is okay.
Or just the PL's still there, isn't he? Yeah, PL's still in the pool.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to be easy, have an easy game, just play PL.
Has it lost every game?
Yeah, it has lost every game.
Every game here. Wow.
Well, there you go. Complexity experts in that field.
I'm not sure if that's the route they want to take, though.
I want them to take heroes that can benefit off the Corrosive Haze.
Yeah. Okay. Who can play with the Vision? Get any Hurricane Pike builder. OD, TA.
OD might not be bad.
Tinker again. If they want to do Tinker, StarLadder, Corrosive Haze, you know, sure, you don't care about the armor reduction, but the Vision works the same way as the track. You know, as we see the Bounty Tinker win a lot of games. So I wouldn't be too disappointed if they go with Tinker again. Oh.
They actually picked Nature's Prophet. Okay. Into Tiny, which is one of the better ones because you can cleave down those trains. But
you're not getting RT'd.
This is a more comfortable Mu hero. Now they can be more active around the map. They can collapse faster.
It is a comfortable Mu hero, but I believe Chessie has played it as well. I mean, Siegfried plays it as well, but we know Siegfried is probably going to play the Witch Doctor. So, they keep it open, though. I like it.
Yeah.
Sure, Nature's Prophet earlier today, didn't we? In the Empire King win game.
We did.
Did it win?
And Nature's Prophet won, yeah.
It did win, didn't it?
It did win.
And the only thing that was changed on that hero was the level 1 cooldown ulti and the level 2 cooldown ulti, right?
Got a buff.
It was a 20-second reduced cooldown off of level 1 from 90 to 70.
The reason it won earlier today was that they basically had an aggressive tri-lane, and every time there was a fight, there were 4 people rather than 3, so sheer outnumbering their opponents.
And they had Dusa, too.
They did.
LGD is invincible. Well, I mean, game 1, they certainly looked it.
They did look
that
it.
lad's not wrong.
There's some good artists out there. Do you see that? These drawings, these drawings are impressive that I've seen this whole time here.
Back in the West, you know, the guys, you know, they need to step up their drawing.
Ooh, Bat Rider. Pretty
good against the Nature's Prophet, yeah.
Great against Slaughter and Witch Doctor, too. These heroes do not have the greatest turn rates.
Oh.
Lots of damage coming out from the side of LGD already with these three.
I don't know, complexity needs to do something crazy, I don't know.
Maybe
well, they need to bring out some cheese strats. Just finish the draft with like Winter Wyvern Axe and go jungle.
They do
Let's
not
do that.
Oh, that was a good one. They do not have a lot of time though. They are out of reserve time. They're down to 20 seconds. They need to decide this quickly what they want.
That's scary, especially for the last pick later on.
Yeah.
But perhaps they have a plan already forged. You know.
They didn't get to see Maybe's hero, but they're gonna have to reveal where this Nature's Prophet is going.
Yeah. And
Lifestealer Slaughter. All right, that's a bit of an NA classic.
That's a throwback.
Yeah. And they can have him infesting in the Lifestealer, you know, be everywhere at the same time.
Yep, Infested Slaughter is good.
Infested Slaughter as well.
It's, you know, one of those heroes, of course, that's strong against Bat in lane, doesn't care about being in that matchup.
Yeah,
very good against Tiny.
Yeah, you can't toss him away when you're raged anymore.
There's
not bad at all against, but I like it. I like this.
There is already some lockdown for him, even in his rage, though, and that might be scary.
The lasso as well as that Fiend's Grip can be a bit threatening. But this is much better. They definitely have solved what we were talking about: is stronger lanes, stronger supports already with these pickups.
This is looking a lot better than the previous game.
Definitely looking much more comfortable and much more complexity.
Hey, Sven.
That's a good answer to the life. Oh, that's very good this game.
We've seen Ame Sven.
That's really good.
Scary.
It's an answer to the Slaughter, answer to the Prophet, answer to the Lifestealer.
It really is. It does tick off 3 of those boxes.
Yeah, it's a pretty smart selection from LGD.
We've seen a lot, but when the Nature's Prophet get picked up, the cleave from that the Sven just doesn't care about him. They also have the Tiny too, so if they get either of those matchups, he can be okay versus the Treants, helping out his supports.
And there's no worry getting some places because you can just get tossed in.
Yeah. They still take out the PL.
Even though still not won a single game, but...
I mean, I can understand the PL taken out, really. I mean, that is one of those cores that Lifestealer just can't deal with.
But they ban out the PL. Does that mean that they are expecting the Tiny to be support?
I think they expect the Tiny to be...
a 4 position?
I guess so, yeah. They're expecting the 4 Tiny with that.
The FY Tiny? It's unusual.
So.
I mean,
with that ban from complexity, that seems to be what they were worried about.
I wonder if LGD is just going to make this a support bat and then just have another mid hero. And they run some Tiny off lane, Sven safe lane, and pick a maybe
That's
hero.
not something FY has done in the past.
I feel like that's something that FY would do here.
Like in the past. I think it's unlikely. Surely they are just going to pick something else to go with the Bane and set that pairing, but never know. I mean, a fair few of us, FY's heroes were banned out, so maybe it is going to be sort of the roaming time.
It is a good way to mess with the system, though, right? If it is a bat support, then Lifestealer is like, oh, I don't have my matchup anymore.
That is true.
What complexity wants. So I think that could be what LGD wants.
Yep.
They ban out the DK.
Okay. Final pick for LGD will start to show us indeed what is the plan with the.
They could still go for that. I mean,
and the Tiny.
That Storm Spirit. And if not, maybe they've put Tiny mid in the past, right?
Yeah.
I think it's them who's done it during the qualifiers.
Sure, yeah.
Oh, that's probably the most likely. Then.
I think that's the most likely.
If they put in the Tiny mid.
And then they just pick up a Chalice hero.
Well, I think surely the bat's off.
Yeah.
I mean, as you say, it depends how much they don't want to have to deal with the bat lifestealer lane.
I feel like they could get a lot done if they have the Bat Rider as a 4 position. They have got a bit of freedom.
Is this a game where they could just pick a Dazzle? They did that before, didn't they, LGD? Max up on the armor, have that sort of extra way to make sure Lifestealer can't get the easy kills.
You know what I'm surprised about? There's still a Disruptor in the pool. Ignored completely this game.
So who is going to be playing the... What is going to be the 4?
I think it's Bat support.
You think Bat support?
I think it's the 4 Bat, for sure. Because they don't want to have that Lifestealer versus...
Good call. That's good call.
And then they're going to put the Puck middle because Puck can't get ganked by StarLadder.
Yeah, these are very elusive heroes. And as you said, complexity at the moment don't really have the best of lockdowns. They need something a little bit more than just the old crush from StarLadder.
Either Chalice on Tiny or Puck.
Yeah.
They're gonna maybe we'll play either of the other two. All right, either of those. Make adjustments based on what they see with Cole picks. Cole out of time.
Oh.
Venomancer.
Now that's, my goodness, we don't know what to pick hero if I've ever seen one.
A complexity classic.
I don't know about this.
All right, Owen,
I mean, I said there was no way that Game 2 could be any worse than Game 1, and I will still stand by that.
I like the first 4 Cole heroes.
Yeah.
Not so crazy about the Veno.
Owen, what does complexity need to do to win this game?
No, I think they can. It's just the chances of them winning are very low.
Okay, but what do they need to do? What thing they need to achieve?
I don't know if they know. I certainly don't know what they need to do. If I knew what complexity needed to do to win this game, I would not be on a panel. I'd be coaching, some of these teams. But I think it's going to be very hard.
All right.
I think they have to be really active with their Lifestealer. I think they have to use the Infest Bomb and abuse it and get that timing window within the first 5 to 15 minutes. Or as soon as the Armlet comes out on Lifestealer, take some buildings.
So the pressure's on them completely.
Pressure's on them because LGD's lineup does scale quite hard.
Yeah, I love complexity, but LGD, I think they are just proving they are a few tiers ahead of them. So.
All right.
I mean, it doesn't really matter what's picked or what's played.
You were wrong
LGD
previous
is just
game.
LGD. I mean, maybe I'm wrong again. Maybe we'll see if my caster's curse is wrong. But I think LGD is just proving that they are a very good Dota 2 team.
Let's find out
they're okay,
if they will indeed take the second game and have a clean sweep there into the semifinals. Over to our commentary team of Lyrical and Blitz.
Thank you very much, Sheever. My goodness, Owen is just clowning on people right now over there. A few tiers ahead. Blitz, how you feeling about these drafts? What do you think, my man?
Well, Owen said that he doesn't think it could be worse than 22-1, but for anybody that doesn't follow American sports, last year the Cleveland Browns went 1-15, and they said, well, it's hard to do worse than that. And this year they went 0-16, so you can definitely always do worse.
Yeah, it's a tough one. It's harder to do worse than 0-16 when you're talking about the NFL, though. I'm pretty sure it's
actually impossible. Yeah, the only way you could do worse. Actually, I can't think of a way that you would have negative wins, but complexity, I kind of agree. It's really difficult to do worse than 22-1.
Yeah.
You can surpass that.
Well, the big problem that we identified in the last game was the laning stage. They were getting completely run over from the get-go.
Yes, sir.
Is this better?
Much better. They have stun.
They have stun.
I didn't say stuns. They have stun.
No, they got stuns.
They've got 2 stuns.
Yeah.
But they're like, I mean, I don't really. Cask always scares me because it's so dodgeable.
I mean, if it hits multiple people, that's like multiple stuns.
Yeah, it's sick.
They're great.
The value is there.
Definitely. LGD already invading the jungle. It's also an FY Bat Rider, a little bit weird. We also are seeing the Puck get picked up right now, which is sort of a bit of an odd one, too. You were saying that this is a hero that's been changed around a lot.
Yeah, Puck, the downside of Puck nowadays is, especially when you put it mid or as a core, it feels like it doesn't do damage anymore. The damage feels very underwhelming, so as a result, we don't see the hero nearly as much as we used to, which is why now we see it much more in the off lane, because it's not reliable in the mid lane anymore.
Yeah, and that's where it's going to be played this time around. Kyle using that stun that we were talking about to get a little bit of harassment at the beginning on Ame, and pump faking the secondary one to come in. Now they do have Bane wrapping from the south as well, and Xnova not able to get into range. They're thinking about it, though. Mid lane?
In mid lane, maybe. This is the downside of putting Tiny mid. It's like, you don't secure farm, and it's very rough. You're just going to get galed and harassed up. Like, Z-Freak is going to trade hits with you, and you can't really help out too much.
And I guess this is the thought. They expect that that's a good matchup to have against the Tiny. Is that the way that they're thinking of it?
Yeah, for sure. They knew that LGD were going to be a little bit more hard locked into the lanes. Like LGD, I think, just wanted to stomp the lanes once again. But this time around, compLexity have much better lanes. Like,
they're winning them in some ways. Well,
yeah,
pretty hard. It's looking quite good.
They even switched the Batrider's role just for this reason, because they wanted to avoid this situation where they had to put Batrider in a core role against a Lifestealer.
Right.
But they might have overdone it, actually. And compLexity's already... They've got a gold lead.
Yeah, and doing quite well in the CS. The sort of downside is Moo against Puck. I guess he's actually able to push him back a good amount as well. It's a lot of right clicks and all the treants around as well. Not the easiest thing in the world for the Puck, it looks like.
Yeah, as the Tiny has 3 CS, the Veno is absolute free farming.
Well, as far as what LGD is looking to do this game, what does that sort of look like? Where are they hoping to? What were they hoping to do with this draft that they went for? As Limp pulled back in another Gale, he's going to eat a tree. Another couple right clicks.
Really low.
Yeah, this is some extra damage coming in. Toss that cooldown change. Able to do it. They do have a tree toss here.
He's trying to whack once, toss a creep, and toss the tree at the same time. But I don't think Limp will fall for it.
Batrider, though, coming in, taking a little bit of extra damage as Kyle was there. They force back the bat. And, well, it's going to keep getting those stacks on him. Needs to be careful. But yeah, what was it that you're thinking they're hoping to accomplish with this draft? Because there are a lot of like unorthodox picks. Was it the Batrider really just about making sure they don't get that lane?
I think they thought they'd get Bat versus NP, then the Lifestealer gets taken, and FY's like, yo, I don't think we should play that.
Right, Cass connects now. Chessie hitting away onto Ame. That's going to be a lot of damage coming in from the Maledict. Meanwhile, mid lane, they dive for Limp, find the kill onto him. So when he thought Ame was in trouble, he lives up and they lose mid.
Yeah, but at bottom, Moo on the hunt right now for Chalice, who gets his salve canceled, and nice silence, but gets the phase shift.
Oh, nicely played there by Kyle. The pump fake.
No swindles here. Kyle is here to play.
Absolutely. 3.5 minutes in. It's now Sven sitting at the top of the CS. It's been a little bit of a better time for him. And mainly just because they brought the Bane here, and just going to try and keep on throwing that Enfeeble onto the Lifestealer. So as far as the way the laning matchups are going to sit, do you think that there's going to be many rotations? People always talk about Nature's Prophet rotating, and, well, as we say that, it's going to be a hit now onto X-Nova, and they will kill him off.
Yeah, you asked for it. You got it. And compLexity, double their kills.
Hey!
Let's get it.
They're in there. So 1,000 gold lead, 4 minutes.
Yeah, this is why we... I told you early on that I was kind of okay with everything Cole was doing. 'Cause, like, laning phase-wise, I'm a pretty big fan of the way that they set things up. And we talked about it in the game where it felt like their lanes were so bad. This game, their lanes feel much better. Just more stable overall, as maybe is going to go down. And Limp gets the last hit. So how does the slow work again against the status resistance? It's not that... Is it that the duration of the slow isn't lessened, it's that the percentage of the slow?
That is the way that it works for Arctic Burn and for, what was the other one that they were talking about? Spirit Siphon. The Gale is the one where I'm not exactly sure about it. There's a couple that acted weird. The Doom is the one where they decrease the duration and increase the DPS.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, I have no idea.
Why?
I got a collection
it's
of...
It's not very like stable across the board. Like, it doesn't really make sense across the board, but
yeah.
it's fine.
nonetheless, it's going to be a dive here again onto Limp in the mid lane, and they are going to try and bring in Moo to fight this one. Able to dodge away for the moment. Limp is living through that one, and off to the side, maybe ends up getting eaten by the Treants. Chalice comes in. They want to try and get this kill. Another pump fake of the crush. Kyle runs through the fire and tries to get away. Is going to just barely live through it, actually. He's able to outplay that one. X-Nova is going to go down. FY comes back in for the finish. So they do end up losing 4 heroes for LGD at 6 minutes in.
Ooh, now it's looking like a stomp the other way is compLexity. And they don't seem rattled at all.
He doesn't want
no mana.
That would have been a nice kill for him.
Chalice has the Shrine to go to as well. But yeah, now it's looking like the other way is compLexity up 2K as their 13 pennant holders rejoice. A relic from the old TI2 days.
Absolutely. There's a few more going the other direction on LGD.
Just a few.
Just a few. So 7-2. It's 2,000 net worth lead like you were talking about. It feels like the draft is working a lot more into their favor. For LGD, do they need to start trying to switch things up a little bit? It felt like they were just kind of diving for those kills.
I don't know where they're supposed to switch things up is the issue. Because compLexity can just keep matching them in lanes. And normally, like, the mainstay for LGD is Ame. But Ame's level 4 right now with not that much farm. And if you look on the flip side of things, Chessie, as a result of this aggressive tri-lane and the Witch Doctor, which is a very dominant laning hero, has risen to the top. And this Puck, who tried to go for the juke, Chalice...
That's not how that's supposed to go. Chalice is just going to get killed off here.
They are
What is happening?
Now.
Top lane also. They're going to go in onto Moo, and they don't
not even
find
dead.
the kill. He's going to walk away from them. FY maybe going to be able to finish it off, but he's probably going to pay with his life as well. The tower shots come through. Z-Freak showing up to this one. He's going to get the Maledict there. FY does get the kill onto Kyle. Z-Freak trying to punish. It's not looking like it might be enough. They have stick charges in bottle. Maybe he's a liver, I think.
Yeah. The cool thing, of course, of the Maledict, it does deal so much damage so quickly against the Tiny, which is why it's quite nice. And Chessie continues to farm up as Ame. Got to be careful here. Could always get Nature's Prophet TP'd on, but a good rebuttal from LGD as they do lose FY, but getting the 2 kills is quite nice for them.
So 9-4, 1,000 net worth lead. FY is scouting out all of these heroes and maybe going to try and go again. A nice pushback there. Maybe he was thinking about it, but now FY's in some trouble. He's going to get stunned, continue to be right-clicked as the Treants are chasing.
Yeah, and Kyle's up here too. StarLadder, of course, very nice against the Tiny. The armor, which Tiny does not feature prominently in. Yeah. And at bottom lane, it looks like the Lifesteal are going to go for a Battle Fury build.
Top lane, they're thinking about diving, bringing in absolutely everybody, but X-Nova's going to TP in, and compLexity force rotations back up afterwards.
And they're sitting under a ward right now. It's hard for Kyle to make any sort of plays here, but he is almost level 6 already, and the smoke going to pop as Moo going to take this mid tower. We've talked about, I don't know how many casts now, this mid tower matters so much. If you get this early on, you control a large portion of the map, and Moo going to get the last hit. As compLexity now move their lead to 3K, and FY is low.
Also, on the other side, they're deciding to turn there as they pop the ulti from the Sven. The wraparound still going on in the jungle as they've been able to find the Bat Rider and do take him down. FY dead, back bottom.
Neutraled.
Oh. Well, he's still dead, but it's not the way the compLexity wanted it to happen.
The wolf. It betrayed them.
9-4. Yeah. compLexity still hanging on to it.
They don't have the heroes to deal with these wards, though. Like, nobody on LGD wants to click down these plague wards, and as a result, nobody's sitting mid right now. Like, I don't think LGD are quite happy about this situation, which is allowing the other lanes to create some space. Now they bring a bunch of heroes, but as a result of their rotation mid with 2 heroes, they're going to lose this bottom safe lane tower.
So you said that compLexity, when they get to play their type of game, they do it very well. And this, to me, feels a lot more like a compLexity draft.
Yeah, but it's more varied because normally compLexity, their moves are super forced, and it becomes very obvious what they're going to do. Like their mid rotations, when they take the enemy safe lane tower into going immediately to mid, I think has been figured out at this point, and LGD are so prepared for it. This time around, things feel a lot more flexible, and it comes down to the fact that they've had a much more successful laning phase. Like, nothing was very forced in this time. They had a very good matchup mid, they had a very good matchup at bottom, and they had a very good matchup top.
Yeah. And Ame trying to steal these out. It's going to be a nice little steal away there as Ame starting to take some extra damage. Can they run him down? Witch Doctor moving in, just a little bit too far away though it looks like. And no rotation from the NP.
Yeah. I think if he had it, that would have been a kill. As Ame does not have a TP, of course, and at the same time, that is a large Ancient stack. So that time FY misses, and I think compLexity want to contest this Ancient. I think you just drop wards and fight it. You have to assume that you're stronger here.
Yeah, they're moving in. I mean, it's really hard to take it over time with Limp, but it looks like LGD are just going to back out and kind of let it happen. So a tough go for them. I mean, can compLexity really clear that stack, though?
Yeah. They got Venom wards, dude.
All right.
It won't be easy, and it'll take friggin' forever, but...
This is where Limp lives now, as compLexity are pushing down the bottom. By the way, this is the, I think, Lifestealer inside of that catapult.
Yeah, he's controlling that thing.
While they're pushing it in.
He wants to... They got the double. He stole the enemy catapult. It's ingenious.
The new meta. Ancients are so yesterday.
And Moo is popping the ults. That is... I don't know if he's dealing more damage than that thing. I can't... whatever. I don't know. I can't do the math right now.
NA Dota in one picture right there.
That is like... whatever, man. Go for it. Live your dreams.
I like it.
You know, some kid out there wants to be... They sexually identify as the cart in Dota 2. And, I mean, Limp's... or Chessie's living out your dreams. And they stole the entire Ancient stack, and now they know about it.
Chalice a little bit upset about the situation.
They lost the tier 2 as well at bottom. That gold lead is now 4K. Everything coming up. compLexity.
Kyle?
As FY invised up. Does Kyle know about this, though?
I mean, he's playing safe, although they're going to walk forward, and if he goes for one more last hit, it's going to be pretty rough. Limp also shows his face. Looks for the Gale, not going to find it. And the back way from Chalice. It just doesn't feel like LGD has done anything. They've just been hitting creeps.
They can't make moves. It's not easy for them, as they are going to drop everything.
Oh, man. Moo is going to get the TP out of there.
They triple ulted him. They wanted to make absolute sure that he went down, and down he went. Do they get the D ward here? That'd be very nice for them.
Oh, I had one dropped.
Kyle's pinging it.
Maybe they're waiting for him to come over with a Sentry Ward in a little bit there. Taking a look at the items, we can see that for the Lifestealer actually had a Perseverance queued up there.
Yeah, he's getting Battle Fury.
All right. What do you think of that?
I think it's nice. It speeds up your farm. Allows you to scale. Damage is nice for Lifestealer.
Yeah. TP top? Maybe a bit of...
Did they deward that now? I believe so.
I think they did.
Very nice.
Well done.
They've got
to the side.
Almost all the vision gone. Kyle, are you dead again?
He's soaking up those ultimates.
Kyle. Team has a lead.
Well, another ping. That one was by the Sven over to the side, so it was not an indication of another D-ward coming in. Over there, though, Z-Freak runs into maybe a quick jump and a quick kill.
Maybe is going off now.
This is where the Tiny really shines. As compLexity are going to take the Tier 1 tower top. All Tier 1's dead for LGD right now, is maybe thinking about making something happen as...
He's going on the Venom right now. Limp gets tossed back. Where's the follow-up here? The puck is very close by. The coil's going to get dropped as well.
Chessie.
Or staffs himself out, but...
Well, the chase is there. You're going to be able to find the silence. That's a kill. FY might end up losing his life to this as well. The toss to his ally. It's not going to keep him alive, though, as Chalice also getting ran down here. And the right click soon to come. He throws out the orb. He's been looking for the jukes all day long and finally goes for it. But the ward's still chasing, and Chessie looking like he is going to finally give up there as another catch. Kyle, it's used to this already, and he ends up dying yet again. Last 3 minutes, he's been more dead than alive. I think compLexity are finally going to back out as...
Yeah. Oh, Moo.
Maybe? What? Oh, mana. Mana.
Did not tread switch fast enough. And at the same time, I don't know. This is... Kyle needs to be more careful. Like, compLexity are slowly blowing their lead. LGD are doing a very good job at coming back into this.
It does definitely feel like it's just been that slow dwindling of a lead because of team fights and you know, getting picked off. And it's not even actually like they have great vision over in that area either.
No, they had no vision. They're playing... LGD are playing blind. compLexity have done a very good job of denying a lot of the vision. They dewarded 2 wards. That usually leads to like a significant advantage because the enemy team cannot play around that. But compLexity are playing very split up, and as a result, the Tiny's just going to work on them. And Ame using all of this time to continue to farm.
Wants to get up to that ridiculously farm status. He is also going to be going for the Battle Fury. Obviously makes sense against the Nature's Prophet.
That's wild.
But
Ame, I thought that was like a one-off, but you're doing it again.
I mean, it does make more sense against the NP at least, right?
For sure.
Kyle finds himself that.
Do they got the damage for
Rider.
this?
Oh, yes, they do.
Definitely do.
Nice play there as well. Moose showing up, but nothing really to do.
Z-Freak going to go for the straight-up Spirit Vessel. Really nice item against the Tiny, too. It's Chessie. Pops a Rage. Going to go back for the Armlet.
Interesting. And Phase Boots, Battle Fury, Armlet, the classic, and, well, top lane, Limp just going to try and hold on to this tower. So, you know, you've been saying that it feels like they've been kind of throwing that lead away a little bit. What does the sort of perfect game look like from compLexity at this point forward? What do they need to do?
They need to stick as 3. Don't let the Tiny just isolate one hero and get a pick off like he has. Continue to push out the waves. It's a little bit more difficult now that everyone's got a lot more farm. This LGD smoked up. This Bat Rider now has Blink 2 and already has the 4-staff recipe.
Yeah, they're looking for this one. It's an Echo Saber on Tiny. He's not there with the rest of his team yet. They're thinking about jumping here. They don't see Kyle. And now the turnaround, possibly Silence. It's already out. That's going to be a Fiend's Grip used as well. X-Nova catch the turnaround. This is real bad for them. And they're forced to back away.
Kyle very smartly saves the stun there. Chessie is not the target that you want to necessarily go on, though. That is a very tanky lifestealer. As up at top, misses on the Gale, though.
Oh, man. Ame walks away from that. They won't be able to get any kill.
If he hits the Gale, I think he's dead, almost certainly.
Yeah.
And the reason he goes for that is because he sees that he has no TP. So he thinks it's a free kill, and it should have been. If you notice Ame, he is really low. He's going to end at something like... Okay, so he ends up about 450. Gale hits.
Plus, like,
He gets like 4 or 5 extra right clicks. It's almost certainly a kill. But Kyle is going to do the first Infest Bomb of the game.
No Blink Dagger.
Yeah, so this is going to be...
Puck is already used the orb, and they know where he's at, so chase forward.
He's got to know that Lifestealer's in him now.
This is a scary point. Moo's just going to sit there and spot him out. The orb, does he decide to go to it? A blink away. He's fine.
Yeah. And that reveals it. They're pinging out like crazy. As now they're going to group up. This is what we wanted, for them to group up a little bit more. This should be a free tower. Tiny, though, has the most net worth in the game, has eclipsed everybody else. Not exactly what you want if you're compLexity, and it looks like they're thinking about going for the high ground with all that they've got. But I imagine Roshan's a much more free target.
This is a scary push right here. Silence onto 2. Chalice trying to clear through the creep wave, and as you said, they are at least going to back out.
Yeah, they've got a StarLadder plus Treants. They can Roshan very easily.
This ward has vision over all of Chessie. The question is, do they want to try and take this fight? If Bat Rider was there, it would have been the moment. The Rage comes out now as well. The Avatos, they've caught him. Chessie dropping low, is going to drop. They get that kill. Now they're able to hold on to another one. They find the kill on Kyle and Smoking. They want to try and find more. Z-Freak TPs away. Oh, he's going to get it. Got. That was so close.
And compLexity, they still have the gold lead largely on the back of their towers, but that will fade at any second as now the Sven has caught up. And the decision to stay in that area without a whole lot of vision makes it quite difficult for them to fight. Chessie also popped the Rage originally just to farm those creeps. Now Ame trying to get revenge for the Ancients he lost early on. And now LGD, if we take a look at the graph, I'd imagine this is their first lead in quite some time, but it does exist, as now it is a straight pitfall down.
Yeah. Well, and it's weird, too, because LGD, they gave them a couple of opportunities to get back into this. You talk about that no TP on the Sven up top, where they were almost able to get it with the Gale, you know, able to take some towers early on the movement that they were making, but kind of fallen here over the past couple minutes.
There's so many things that could have changed this game for them, and I think if they do end up losing, it's going to be very disappointing for them. Like you said, that kill should have been guaranteed on the Sven. There's a few other moments like that.
Well, Moo has run into FY in the jungle here. He's going to summon some treants and give him a couple little hits. As the Wrath of Nature comes out, he's going to clear through those creeps now. And, well, meanwhile, maybe able to find another kill onto Kyle. It's been a tough game for him on this StarLadder.
Yeah, they are hunting him. Even falling below the net worth of the Bane right now. Now it is a 2K gold lead in favor of LGD if they have completely turned things around.
This is a lot of items being brought out on the courier right now.
Yeah, everything's just getting filtered in.
Meanwhile, Z-Freak, they get the Spear Vessel.
Another one.
Oh, man, and maybe looking for maybe even more as they continue this chase, and Nature's Prophet just going to have to go for the Sprout, but he slowed down. The Echo Sabers there. They get another kill. LGD, after a bit of a rough start, are looking quite strong now.
That is quite a few unanswered kills at this point for compLexity. As now the gold lead, 3K for LGD. And I think Cole really should have gone for that Roshan when they had the opportunity. Staying in the jungle has really come back to hurt them, as now they're just playing aggressively everywhere on the map. They fear nothing at this point.
Oh, no, they catch him out, and Chessie's going to drop. They get the Gale, but what's it really going to do at this point? Limp is just trying to run away. More and more kills. Kyle dies yet again. LGD picking up where they left off in game number 1.
Yeah, and it happens in a hurry. 5K gold lead just like that.
You were saying, as soon as those kills started to happen, it's going to keep on dropping down, and that's what it's felt like. I mean, how do you stem the bleeding? How do you stop this? It just keep on dying all over the map.
Maybe is playing this like it's a solo queue game. He's going around wherever he feels like, getting kills left and right, picking off weak heroes. They are just not prepared for this level of aggression, and I think there's a little bit of tilt at play.
I mean, we got to look back at the actual item timings, because it felt like when that Echo Saber came out and he had solo kill potential, it just all fell apart from there.
As FY gets spotted out, trying to drag the creep wave away, is successful in that, but the tower will be defended as they do not want to go into the Venomancer.
Just look at maybe where he's positioned right now. They have a ward right outside of the base, and he is waiting for anybody to leave. Does spot out that Chessie's there, but it's a hard kill to go for that one.
I think he...
Witch Doctor and Vision?
He sees Z-Freak.
Oh,
and you see him just beeline up.
It's like, all right, let's go say hi. A big man with a big tree.
Invis is about to run out, though.
Yeah. And if he's not careful, they could end up running into some issues. There is a sentry ward down here, so it feels like they know that there's the potential at least. Z-Freak just staying nearby that one. He walks forward within sentry range now. Z-Freak spots it. Just going to scare the bejesus out of him and then walk away. That is the scariest thing. You're playing against Tiny.
Tiny's just the boogeyman in this game.
Well, 8,000 net worth lead into the favor of LGD.
Oh.
The game is just completely turned on its head. So if you're compLexity now, you were talking about the potential for a Roche. Is smoke play viable at this point?
I'm not sure about that. And we're also starting to kind of see the limitations of StarLadder as a support sometimes. Is you don't have a guaranteed stun. You have to get so close, Lyrical, to get that stun off. Which is why a lot of people prefer Sand King, right? Because Sand King's got the range, he can close the distance, whereas StarLadder is so blink dependent. But now that he has it, they could maybe look for some opportunities. They didn't have the catch before with the Blink Dagger, they do now. But the first reveal of it has to be successful.
I think they just saw him TP into lane. It might not have with that one, but they did pick up a smoke on the Witch Doctor. Chalice is there. He's going to check Roshan. Nothing doing.
Yeah, he wants to smoke.
Don't know if that one was within range of that ward, but meanwhile, in the mid lane, it's looking like a battle could break out here. They have Ame in the middle of a creep wave, but now the Batrider pulls him back in. Maybe a counter initiation. It would be a big stun. On to 3. It's not good enough. The BKB reveal. Jesse going to be controlled. Jesse going to be killed. A triple for Ame. He is mad as hell and taking all their lives.
Ame is swinging complexity's hopes away right now. 9,000 gold. As the core play from LGD has been absolutely stellar. Maybe it's just been such a force on the map that nobody feels comfortable walking anywhere at this point. That's what sets it up. And complexity, 1 or 2 kills, that's okay, but 10 in a row, I want to guesstimate. That's where things begin to get rough. And Chessie has bought back, trying to hold the base right now. But LGD, they are so casual about this right now.
Yeah, cool as a cucumber. And a 12,000 net worth lead after that buyback, as you were saying. It's just, my God.
It is not stopped.
Look at that, all those kills. It's just all going their way.
Whoosh.
13 to 23. And, well, they did kill off that Batrider, as we can see there. It's been a tough one. So, as far as ways that LGD can try and, they're going to go in for this, Roche. This feels like desperation.
Yeah, it's pretty much all in. They're going to go in for it, but LGD should sniff this out. They're not even really setting up for it. This is as desperate as it gets.
Well, maybe forcing a fight, doing whatever they can. They've got the corrosive haze onto the Sven, and they're ready to jump at a moment's notice. Batrider, he's still off on the other side, but Chessie maybe not feeling completely confident in continuing to hit Roche yet.
I think complexity feel as though there's actually no move for them to make.
Yeah, maybe it's just going to go for their high ground, and they can't leave.
This is so smart. They're just saying, well, go take Roche. Nobody's defending your base right now. There's no Veno wards up.
Yeah.
Nothing that would normally deter us from going high ground is here, and their base is falling fast.
Oh, God. Complexity are going to have to try to siege their own high ground. What is happening?
The reverse base. It's no longer yours.
They're going in. They're trying to make it happen, but there's going to be the Fiend's Grip. They've caught themselves one, and, well, Kyle, he tries to get the silence. They are going to be able to find a kill on the Bane. It's the first in a while, but what does it really matter? The turnaround there as Veno is going to be brought down. Ame, as well as Maybe, have just been able to do magic this game. They do get a kill there onto the puck, and maybe a turnaround. They actually have enough minus armor that they managed to take down the Sven.
Oh, they're going to get Tiny too.
Tiny's going down. Maybe a possibility for a chance.
Run to Roche right now. This is your only play. You need to heal, and immediately everyone needs to go to Roshan right now.
Oh, my goodness. Look at that net worth swing. 6,600 gold.
It's crazy.
A hope and a dream. Living on a prayer.
Let's go. Cole, you need a Roche.
Well, they're pushing out these other waves at the same time. Can they magic something here? Can they do something? Anything?
They can Roche.
They got the Orchid done on the Nature's Prophet. It's a DD bottom. I mean, in this type of a situation, you win a big fight like that. Was it LG overextending? What was the...
Oh, they were definitely overextending. Okay. They took racks. They're just like, we don't care.
Is there anything else that you can do at this stage with complexity? Like try and mount an aggressive play for this tier 2 tower mid?
Yeah, they're going to just try to get pickoffs right now. Play very YOLO because of the deficit.
I thought I heard a few cheers out there in the crowd for when complexity started to make that happen.
Nah, I think they were cheering that LGD just took 2 racks. I don't want to make you feel bad, Gabe, but I know you want parity.
You don't think it's happening?
I think it's hilarious when the concept of like hometown crowds exist.
Definitely.
So why can't there be in Dota? They're not being disrespectful. They just want their own team to win.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Ame, going back for his patented Sven build, does have the Shadow Blade completed now and on his person.
Oh, there are rumblings right now.
Oh.
Crowd can sense that this might be the big...
Oh, Sven up top. There's a smoke that's coming in mid, but they're going to jump onto him in the top lane.
Top.
Trying to get him. He's able to juke away. They still do get it. BKB, the turnaround. It's happening. Chessie in some trouble. Dreamcoil on it too. Fiend's Grip. They're pulling him apart. They are going to be able to bring him down, and that's going to be a dead Sven. No buyback. Maybe they're not going to be able to kill that guy off. It's a DD Tiny. He is a monster. Well, maybe they can. Chessie's turned this back around.
Maybe
starting to bring him low. Are they going to kill him off. Maybe he's going to fall. No buyback on either of these heroes. What? Chalice is starting to die as well. compLexity, are they actually doing this?
Chalice missed. Okay.
Chalice.
They're gonna time. Oh, it's a timing based thing.
They end up taking it down. All right, they need to push out all the creep waves right now.
compLexity have this like, they got this like 40-second window where they can actually come back.
All right, compLexity, hopes and dreams of North America on your shoulders. Time to push this out.
Oh my word! There's no buybacks on any of these cores. The 2 people that have buyback are alive. And compLexity, when they walk uphill and nobody buys back, they're going to be really confused.
Oh my god, tier 3 towers.
They could actually take everything right now. They could at least take a set and a half if everyone were to be here.
Oh my god, they're all moving in right now. They buy a Meteor Hammer on Batrider. They just want to stop this. Stop the madness as the tower is going to fall. There is no buyback, as you said.
They need everyone there. compLexity, they need this Nature's Prophet to hit this too. They might not have enough time now.
A little bit off the mark. The Sven's going to TP in. They take down the barracks. They're going to back out now.
What in the world is watching? LGD thought they were so far. They're just like, whatever, man. These guys are going to leave our game at any moment. But Ame gets way too cocky, is in no man's land, and they just run in 1-by-1 against an Aegis Chessie.
8,000 gold lead, and that is it.
That's a lot, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it still is, definitely.
But now they've got items. That thing is slowly, it's struggling, but it's slowly ticking up.
Yeah.
That thing wants to go up.
Venomancer has an Aghanim Scepter. My word.
All right, don't get split up now, Cole.
Oh, wait a minute. Ame there. He turns back around. They've got him caught for the moment, and they're trying to take it down. Chessie, are they going to be able to get the kill? They are going to be able to bring him down. Z-Freak with the ultimate from the low ground. He's dropping. compLexity lose 2. And unfortunately, their buybacks aren't up either.
What a wild way to lose. Hitting neutrals.
God.
That is so unfortunate.
Well, it is 32 minutes in, 21-29. And looking like LGD want to finish this game off here.
Now it's the other way.
Mu has a nullifier.
Yeah, Lifestealer doesn't have buyback for another minute.
Oh.
Mu uses buyback in that mad dash attempt too.
Yeah.
And I think LGD are well aware of this. They've got buyback on their 2 cores. I think they should commit for this.
This has always been one of the sort of question marks for LGD is finishing off games. Finishing off 1 games. Even going back to last year. Obviously a different roster since then, but some of the same problems showing
now
up.
they're being safe and smart.
Okay.
Before nobody having buyback was a little bit crazy, Gabe. I think they thought the game was all but over. As the Meteor Hammer top.
They got him caught, FY. Dream Coil there as well. They're able to keep FY.
Someone's got a nullifier on compLexity. Is that the Nature's Prophet?
Nature's Prophet. Nullifier and Orchid.
He's got the Son of Doom build, as Owen calls it.
Nature's Wrath. Just trying to push out waves. He might have been trying to get the kill on the FY, but FY is back home.
FY's build is really cool.
Talk to me about it. What do you like?
I like everything about it, man. The Meteor Hammer, the E-Blade. I'm a big fan of all of it.
Limp still kind of a monster as far as the amount of damage that he can deal with that Ags.
Yeah, and compLexity are not even in the worst position I've seen a team be in. Like,
yeah.
They're actually only down technically 1 Rax. Because they've taken a side of their own, and they're only down 1 range Rax if you compare it.
Yeah.
That's absurd to me that even happened. That they're even in a position where they've taken Rax.
I mean, that's one of those things. Does it change your outlook on LGD at all, the way that they're playing?
I think they just got really cocky.
Yeah.
It's nice, you know, when you want a kid to, like, get burned by the oven, but you don't want him to, like, get hit hard, right? You just want him to touch the stove.
Okay.
It's like, this is them touching the stove, and they're like, ow, that hurt.
All
like,
right.
Let's never do that again.
Okay.
Nothing bad happened.
Yeah.
Temporary pain.
Yeah. You've had a lot of, like, fatherly little insights today.
Yeah.
Oh, Courier goes down. Nice little play there.
Step 1.
Nature's Prophet, nothing on it, but that's fine.
They're being pinged up. They know there's no Veno. Please don't get into another position where LGD have the high ground again.
It's going to be a Blink Dagger for the Veno, so he can get in there.
They're being super careful now, though, LGD. They are aware that they can lose these fights.
Venomancer goes for that +6 seconds Poison Nova duration.
Over what?
I'm not sure for the Venomancer, the other talent. It's the one that I feel like I see more often.
I've never seen Veno played.
Yeah, the Gale Hero Impact summons 2 wards.
Ah. But 6-second poison duration with Ags is a long time.
Yeah, it's a
you
lot
will
of
outlast
damage.
the BKB by quite some time.
The entire team of LGD a little bit split up here. You've got 3 by the ward that they have up on the high ground. Still is just a problem of these cores being so enormous for LGD.
Yeah, the insane thing is I can still kind of see a way LGD lose this game because they've got 2 melee cores, and it's scary playing them against Veno.
Yeah.
Of course, they still have a massive advantage.
Kyle in the trees.
Kyle,
they find Chalice. They're going to blow him up. He's gone. FY. Are they going to try and take this fight? They do pull back in Chessie, but Limp, he has that Blink Dagger. They're able to get the open wounds before he got the lasso. Maybe a chance for a chase.
They're
maybe
going for
a chance for a kill. They want to go for this one. They do have vision over this area, though. LGD and Ame just going to beeline it off to the side. Move.
They know he's there, though.
Yeah.
He's going to get hit by the range creep, so that's going to alert him at the same time that he needs to get out. And LGD, it's 12K now, and Roshan, they're going to peer into it. It's not quite up yet. That would be huge for them, as Kyle now just dropping sentries. He's got a gem. Feels very comfortable making this movement.
Yeah.
They're trying to make something happen right now, getting a ward down, very deeply placed. In that top region, too, because he knows that's the last racks that they have to play around. They're thinking about it right now.
And seeing if he can find anybody, because we've seen just how strong that Lifestealer can be if it catches just about anybody out.
Yeah, Chessie has been dropped off at his destination. Kyle holding the high ground. They're going to get a shrine. 13K is still the gold lead, but compLexity still holding on.
You can see a path at this point, right? It's the way that they can still win this game.
Yeah, that's... If LGD lose this game, that would be something else.
I mean, that's on LGD, right?
It is 1,000% on LGD if they lose this game.
Buybacks, again, are there for the Tiny and the Sven this time around. They don't want to push anything too far to the limit. But now, maybe, farming up some Ancients. Roshan.
Both teams are falling around the Roshan area.
Yeah.
They know that this is the next major objective, and LGD are being so careful about this. Both sides are, as they both know that this is the big objective right now.
Yeah.
They know that compLexity can win with fights with Aegis.
We'll see now as Roche is going to start to fall. They don't have vision of this right now by compLexity, though. They're going to instead head back and I believe smoke up as they go towards this direction.
Yeah, they need to start hurrying up, half HP.
They're trying to go for this one. As you see the wraparound coming from Cole, they do have a chance to jump in if they want. The crush, it's on to 2. They got him. Chessie's there. It's going to be the Dream Call Ags, though, already out. The Poison Nova. It's on to absolutely everybody. Starting to bring them low. Ame, he ends up getting the cheats. Chessie was able to snatch the Aegis, though.
Chessie has the Aegis.
They come back alive. And again, they've got that Corrosive Haze. The amp damage is right there onto him. They're going to be able to take down the Sven, I do believe. That's a buyback from the Tiny. He needs to get back into the fight, but they've already lost the Sven.
Everyone's getting kited right now. X-Nova's going to go down shortly here, too. One more hit should do the job.
Oh, they've got more than enough. He's out of there.
100% dead, and maybe has committed the buyback now, too. compLexity, they see the path to victory.
Oh, my God. How has this happened?
It's all the melee cores. They get kited. Oh. The Veno ult is doing way too much, and Chessie with the game-saving Aegis steal. Kyle, they want to go on one of the targets that bought back here. If they could do that,
oh, maybe.
He's going to find maybe in the pack.
They're going to be able to get him. They've got the Corrosive Haze. They're trying to take him. There's going to be the buyback from the Sven, though. Now they back up. It's still the Tier 3 tower to stand, and compLexity do not want to overextend.
Now both the cores from LGD have bought back. This is your way back into the game. This 13K gold lead is now 6,000. This is tremendous. It's just the game updates. You see that upswing.
Oh, Lordy.
I love when people pay for their hubris. Because LGD thought they had this game 1,000% wrapped up. And now they're in a position where they could conceivably lose. Oh, they're understanding now the limitations of their cores. They get kited.
Yeah. And that Poison Nova that just hit onto everybody with that Venomancer, all the wards that are around there, such a huge problem.
The BKBs are too short now for LGD to take these fights.
Again, if you can...
What's it on the Sven?
I think it is down to, yeah, 5 seconds.
5 seconds. What's Tiny's?
No BKB.
No BKB. Now he's getting one.
All right. Well, that's something at least, that it's going to be a 10-second one when he eventually gets it. But he needs that farm. And honestly, the way compLexity are playing, it's not guaranteed that he's going to get to it.
His decision not to go for a BKB, Sven's 5-second BKB, everything is kind of absurd right now.
Kyle, again, moving forward. After all the deaths early, he's making up for it now.
Yeah, he's turned things around. This is the big thing, is that he's found the initiation time and time again into the Roche pit. But don't discount what Chessie's done. Him stealing the Aegis completely saves the game right there.
Well, obviously no Aegis on any of these heroes now. Limp just going to keep on throwing out those wards, and LGD struggling to find an answer for this now. Like, it feels as if they have to like blow somebody up right at the start, and it just hasn't happened.
Yeah, they keep trying to go on the Lifestealer, but that Aegis saves his life. Now he's got an AC. I was convinced Tiny had BKB, though. We don't have our own PC, so I can't click that. But that is greedy in itself as Limp. Oh, blinks out. They find the initiation again.
They get him again. He's gone. He does have buyback. But this is a scary moment because the rest of them are trying to get out of there. They can still go for the chase. They pull back in. Chessie, I'm not sure if this is who you want to go on. He's muted. He's silenced. He's everything. Oh, he's gone. They take him down. Ame's out of there. They're going to be able to find another Z-Freak with the double kill. The stun onto X-Nova isn't there. They do connect. They get the kill. And that is LGD losing him.
There's no Sven buyback. He is dead for 105 seconds. compLexity have lost 0 heroes.
They have the lead.
Their cores have buyback in 400 gold. Lifestealer will also have buyback. Chalice understands the situation. He immediately buys back. And LGD, the crowd is straight up in disbelief.
They have just sucked the soul right out of this building.
This is...
I can't believe it. The move down mid, compLexity, they know the buybacks aren't there. They're going straight for it.
I'm turned around right now waiting. The Kyle cam is... compLexity just hitting tier 4s.
Oh my goodness. LGD, they glyph. That's not going to save you, buddies. The towers are falling. LGD have played
move from behind.
Dota.
Is he going to find anybody?
Looking for it.
He's got the...
Oh, almost able to get it. But the lift up now, the Yule Scepter, it's there. Chalice in trouble. He does get a silence on several. They blow up one. That's the buyback from the StarLadder. But the eyes are on the prize of the tier 4 tower to be claimed by compLexity as the Ancient's potentially going to fall. They buy back on the Batrider. They do have one buyback they can control, but the Gale, he can't blink onto him. It doesn't matter. He does end up getting lassoed, but there's still the right clicks coming in from the Nature's Prophet, and it's going to go down. compLexity have won the game.
LGD finished with the gold lead. That's how far behind they were. And they're hugging, their tears, smiles all around. There's so much relief.
Oh, God. And when you lose a game in that fashion, look at them. Oh, no.
Nobody is happy from LGD right now.
It says it all, really.
Yeah, it's straight faces.
That's pretty incredible. I don't know exactly, because the thing, though, is in game number 3, you can't change anything because you won the game, right?
Yeah. When they connected to Ame, to like actually analyze, when they connected to Ame, it was just like half a beat too late. He gets isolated 1v5, he dies, and then from there, you're Tiny. You have these 2 melee cores that have such a hard time getting on top of heroes at that point. There's no BKB on the Tiny. He felt he was so far ahead. He's like, I don't need BKB. It's whatever. Like, this game, haha, it's over.
Yeah.
You know, maybe Cole has a moment here or there, but we're going to stomp them out. Then Chessie getting the Aegis. They don't get the last hit, but he snatches that.
Right.
Game-saving move, left and right. compLexity clutches it out where it matters. I mean, I saw Yanni's get hyped, too, because that was what a finish. Pass it over.
Absolutely. Well, thank you guys again. We'll be back in a little bit for game number 3. LGD going to go for some soul searching. We'll see you guys in a few. 1, 2, 3.